Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin, going on another little stealth camp tonight. I've got something new here. We got an e-bike here. It's a cargo e-bike. It's the Hauler from Heybike. As you can see, I have carry-on luggage that I've strapped to the back. You know, I didn't think it'd be fair to just put a backpack on and use the cargo e-bike. That's not using the cargo e-bike. So we got this carry-on luggage. It's already fallen off. It's already falling off. Those ropes were so tight. They were so tight when I left my apartment. And yeah, I've already had to stop 3 times and readjust them. These ropes, there's something about these ropes. They get loose, they're loose. Yeah, it's like, look at this. You think I tied it like this? You think this is how I tied it? That's not how I tied it. So we're gonna try to get to the campsite without losing the luggage. That's the challenge. That's the challenge, the current challenge. But it should be a fun camp. Got a lot of nice things planned. Have some nice food I'm gonna cook for once. You know, it's not usually my forte in these videos, but come on. Let's go on another little urban stealth camp and go on a little urban stealth camp. So it kind of looks as though, although the luggage is kind of still falling off the side, it's settled in a little bit. Not super worried about it. I'm almost to camp, not too much farther. But I do have to go next to a busy road and cross that busy road. So if it's going to fall off the bike, I think it would only be, you know, appropriate if it fell off right in the middle of that road. Right in the middle of that road. Okay, I have to stop and fix that. That just can't be. Yeah, so note to self, don't use those ropes next time because they just stretch. No matter how tight they are, these ropes are going to stretch. Get new ropes. Okay, so I crossed these tumultuous railroad tracks, tons of traffic here, and now I gotta kind of finagle the bike to the other side of the guardrail and then down a little hill. It's gonna be a bit of an issue because of the weight, but I think we got it. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Alright, that wasn't too bad, not too bad of a hill, but it's not the worst hill I gotta go down. I'm fearing the next hill even more, but the luggage is staying on pretty good. I'm glad I stopped to fix that. It feels much more secure. Maybe the elasticity is as elastic as it's gonna get, but you know, I'm almost there anyway, so let's continue on. Okay, well, I'm just about to where I want to camp. bit of a problem. There's a guy there. So that throws a bit of a banana peel on the floor for the plan here. I'm not really sure what to do right now. If I should just wait it out, see if he leaves. It's a nice little spot. I don't blame him for sitting there. It's a beautiful spot to sit. But I wanted to sit there. I wanted to camp there. So yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's fishing. He's just like sitting there. So maybe he's just taking a break. This is the first. I've never had a guy just chilling where I want to go stealth camping. Yeah. Total boner. Okay, so there he goes. He just left. I was actually kind of sneaking over there to just try to get footage of the guy sitting over there, but as I did it, he came up. He said he was painting down there. Beautiful spot to paint. You'll see in just a second what a beautiful spot to paint it is. It's also a beautiful spot to camp. Hopefully there's not just like somebody else down there that I didn't see. All right, let's go. The spot is ours. Really beautiful spot here. A bridge, going to a little bit of history of that bridge. It's kind of interesting. That's actually where I came in. So I rode down, I saw the guy down here. So it's not the stealthiest spot. You know, if anyone's on, this is a very seldom used trail up here. He's the only person I've seen so far. But yeah, I love this spot here. Let's take a little mini journey. I'll probably move these and put my tent right there. I'm noticing a ton of poison ivy vines and just, you know, poison ivy plant on the ground. Man, tons of animals around too. Came down here, stuff scurried. That guy must have been real quiet. I'm the loud one here. I'm the weird one. Let me just kind of go down this little path here. I don't know if it leads anywhere. This is kind of, if you look at it on a map, it's not much land. Surrounded on both sides. It's technically a creek, but at this part of the creek, it's more of a pond. It's a really nice pond too. Lots of wildlife. Yeah, let's not get poison ivy all over the boots, Kev. Yeah, this is all poison ivy in here. This wouldn't be a terrible spot to camp if there was room and not like a ton of poison ivy. Set the tent up right here, but I'm gonna camp over there. This is like a backup spot. Yeah, look at this. This is poison ivy vine right here. Big sucker. Same over here. Yeah. It looks like it kind of keeps going, but then ends. Because yeah, the water, you can see the water kind of goes into like another part. There's more water that way. Really, really pretty spot. And then yeah, camp is right there. Well, before we get too deep into the camp, I do want to make clear that Heybike, the company that makes the e-bike, the Hauler e-bike, was kind enough to give this to me to have in a video. So just know that going forward. I'm going to sprinkle in some information about the bike, you know, some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. I'll say right off the top, I think it's a fantastic piece of equipment. I've been riding around on it a few times before coming out to the camp tonight, and it's just, you know, there's a smile on my face the whole time. It's just a stellar bike. It can hold up to 440 pounds. That makes it the cargo part of the hauler. The hauler part of the cargo, you understand, cargo. 440 pounds. That's two of me. It could be me and another me on there, and it's totally fine. So that's why I wanted to bring this ridiculous, you can't see, it's off camera, this ridiculous carry-on luggage chocked full. I even had to expand it. You know how like sometimes you try to like unzip the carry-on luggage and instead you unzip the expansion for the luggage. I never use that expansion, but I did today because I'm so chocked full of camping equipment that I was able to fit on the little cargo thing on the back of the bike. Also, someone can sit there on the back of the bike. There's footrests. There's little footrests there. Another thing I'm really stoked about it, on that bike real quick, has blinkers. Love the blinkers. I ride a regular bike around the city all the time, and who's doing this? Who's doing this? Who's doing... Yeah, nobody's doing that. That's like from the 1920s. Nobody does that. So it's nice to have blinkers, especially when you're riding on the road. Oh, there's people on some kayaks. Hi there.
How are you?
Good, how's it going?
All right.
Can you fit under there?
I hope so.
Oh man! You mind if I film you?
It looks a little higher than usual though.
Well, hopefully there's no spiders in there.
I'm letting him go first to clear them all out.
Well, safe travels!
Thanks.
Well, there you have it. Was hoping to see some kayakers in here. I like to see people using the waterways, and this is beautiful water to be out, especially on a late summer day like this. Well, I'll probably see them again later. Anyway, it's good to have blinkers. So I am facing a slight dilemma here. And it's mostly about what order I'm going to do things. And I think I'm going to get the fire started first. There's a pre-established place where people are having a fire here. But what I have to figure out is exactly where I'm going to put my tent. And if I can't put my tent anywhere, then how am I going to sleep? And it looks like, it's tough to tell on camera. It looks like there's plenty of spaces, but the problem is the poison ivy. It's not just in the brush, which it is everywhere in the brush. It's also like just sort of lightly spilling out onto the grass as well. It would be really nice to not get poison ivy all over my tent. So I don't know, and I can move this log, but I can't move that. I don't think. I think that's, so I don't know what that is. Something from when this was more active railroad / Erie Canal area. Ooh, they're flopping. Oh, the fish are flopping. Ooh, I saw a kingfisher dip in there. That's cool. Either way, I think I'm gonna get the fire started because the bugs are starting to swarm a little bit. When I first got here, they weren't bad, but they are bad now. And hopefully the smoke will help them clear away. That's another dilemma. A lot of the wood is just ensconced in poison ivy. Lots and lots of poison ivy. Lots of great burning wood. So this is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a thing. I should have brought gloves. Yeah, this is a stealth camp. Like, this water is made out of sheet metal. Maybe I'll call it a secret camp. It's not really stealth. And it's pretty established. You can see it from the trail. I guess it's stealth and that I'm not technically supposed to be camping here. Let's go with secret camp. Before we get started collecting wood for the fire, just real quick, little space kitty action here. Before I start a fire and before it gets dark, I do want to go into a little bit of history about this this little bridge here. It was built in 1938, and it was built for the sole purpose of carrying railroad traffic and the Erie Canal across Black Creek here. Erie Canal is no longer there. They've changed the location of the Erie Canal a few times over the years. But one of the times it was going across there. Let's go up top and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, at the time in the 19th century, this was one of the biggest culverts in the country ever constructed. Now, where I'm standing here is obviously where the railroad would have gone. Long straightaways. It's a trail now, the Genesee Greenway Trail. It goes almost across the entire state of New York. Now there's our camp down there on the culvert here, and then down here, this is still part of the bridge. This is where the Erie Canal would have gone and continued on down this way. You can actually keep going down this. They have lock number 2, the original lock number 2. It's kind of like a little historical landmark thing. But yeah, look at this. This is where the Erie Canal would have flowed over Black Creek, built in 1838. So just a cool little piece of this history. There used to be a lot more going on here. Now it's just a place where people walk and ride their bike and run and, well, I guess occasionally camp. One kind of final note about our friendly arches there is because of quicksand in the area, I don't see any, but it's around, they had to dig pylons like 25 feet into the earth to keep that there. So the structure goes deep into the earth, much more than you would have thought. Quicksand. Don't go swimming here. You'll get sucked in. And there you have a fire. I gotta say, you know, I always complain about trash in places. This place is almost trash free. The only trash that's left is this Fireball whiskey 10-pack of the little guys, I assume. I mean, I don't know what else would fit in there. So that's easy enough to pack out. I'm not gonna put it in the fire because it is plastic and it's nasty. If you hear clinging and clanging in the background, by the way, railroad doesn't run here anymore, but this still is kind of an active railroad area, and there is a train very close right over there, and I'm hearing it clank, I'm hearing it clink, I'm hearing it go make all manner of clatter, so just be aware. Here, let's walk down to the beach. Oh, I'm on the beach. This is nice. A little bit lower than the campsite now. Oh man, I really want to jump in that quicksand. I can't. So I've been waiting to do this with the e-bike since I got it, but I wanted to save it for the video. I want to talk about this screen a little bit, but before I do, I left the shipping plastic on. Let's take that off together. It's always nice to peel off, that's a train, peel off new shipping plastic film. Oh yeah, that was really good. That was really great. So yeah, the screen's interesting. It's not the most advanced thing in the world. Let's get the bike on here. Yeah, pretty. We getting. Yeah, you can kind of see that. So I'm trying to get. Wow, that is really just not happening, is it? Yeah, you know, you got your battery at the top here. You got some miles at the bottom. You can change that to odometer. The wattage and stuff while you're riding. Yeah, this is just like a kind of like a tripometer there. Here's your miles per hour here. You'll notice that little blinking guy right there. Well, that's a little Bluetooth. Now you're probably asking yourself, what is that little Bluetooth there for? App. It's for the app. So let's bust the app out here. The app's actually really well done. All right, so I got to turn my Bluetooth on here. And yeah, it connects like instantly. It's one of the quickest apps yet. So yeah, watch this. So you can turn the bike on and off. I will probably never use that because you just do it on the bike, but you can if you want to from the app. So you notice the bike is on, and then I'm going to touch this button, and the bike is now off. Fantastic technology, fantastic technology. You can also do some more like granular settings in here. You can set up like rides. I haven't set up any rides, but there's a My Rides thing. You can set up where you want the pedal assist to kick in, at like what speeds and stuff like that. Yeah, you can personalize the bike too. It's tough to see. I wish I had it better for you, but yeah, you can set the different pedal assist levels there. You can turn the pedal assist limiter off, the speed limiter. So if you want to just go max speed in the first pedal assist level, you can switch that on the app. Pretty intuitive and simple, honestly. Can't really ask for anything more. They don't try to get too flashy and fail. It's just a good app that connects to the bike almost instantly, and it works well. What else do you want in an app? You know, so it's a lot of apps just try to do too much and they run like crap. And I gotta say, I was actually pretty impressed by the Heybike app. Took seconds for me to connect to my bike. It was not a big deal at all. So yeah, still getting a good feeling from ripping off that plastic shipping film. Love that. And speaking of good feelings, I got a really good feeling about, oh my gosh, that train is making a racket. I love the double kickstand feature here. Right now I have like kind of the middle kickstand, so it's being held, you know, in the middle of the bike, kind of suspended. You can see the rear wheel is not touching. But then you also have this guy. So if you just want to like quick, you know, pop it down, like I was doing on the way here to fix my poorly secured luggage, then you can do that. Yeah, so it's kind of like an extra thing. I don't even know that people did this. I don't know what people do, but you know, I didn't know they did this, and I'm here for it, you know. So on the fire, you may notice I have a lot of thin sticks, things just kind of hanging off. That's because I grabbed them from the safe area, not touching the poison ivy, and I didn't feel comfortable breaking them or sawing them and touching them where they were touching the poison ivy. Now I know you're not supposed to burn poison ivy. I think burning a stick that has grazed it is probably fine. Either way, I'm steering clear of the smoke for now. But yeah, I hope I don't get poison ivy in my lungs is basically what I'm trying to say here. Well, before it gets too dark, I have kind of a rare thing to do here on small plots, and that's prep for dinner. You know, usually I keep it pretty simple here for the videos, but I do cook a lot, like at home and stuff. So it's not like I'm not familiar with it. Sorry, people are running by making noise. So what I have here, I did a little bit of prep at home, but that's just for obvious reasons. You'll see in a second. I have some chicken marinating in some nice gloppy gloop there. That's the reason. I don't want to deal with chicken while I'm out here at the camp. So that's nice. But what I'm going to do here is I got a bunch of vegetables. Got onion, red pepper, mushrooms, a carrot. I'm going to chop this stuff up and I'm going to put it in tin foil with the chicken, and I'm going to roast it on that fire right behind the camera there. So I'm pretty pumped for this. Just a relatively simple foil meal, but I don't know, I was feeling it, you know. I had a bunch of extra stuff in the fridge I needed to get rid of, which is, you know, really just the best camp meal that you can possibly think of. But still, I have all this extra stuff. Let me figure out a camp meal. So I figured out a camp meal. Yeah, pretty simple prep. Oh my gosh, that train is going wild. Pretty simple prep. I'm not gonna throw on the fire just yet, but soon. I want to get that all done before I had to do it in the dark, which is coming soon, even though the sun's right in my eyes. Now you're probably asking yourself two questions. One of those questions is, Kevin, did you bring any cool beer back from the Adirondacks? The answer is yes, and I'll get to that in a second. But I'm sure that the second question that you're asking yourself is, Kevin, what's going on with the motor and the batteries on the Heybike Hauler? Well, I'll tell you right now, this Heybike Hauler, it comes defaultly with one battery. It's 48-volt battery, but you can buy a second battery. Now, the range is up to around 55 miles for the single battery, 85 miles with the dual battery setup. It's got a 1400 watt peak motor. This thing's got some good torque. I got it stuck in the mud and had no problem getting unstuck from the mud. The battery is frankly fantastic. I just have the single battery, but I'm considering getting the second battery just for fun. I'm also considering, they have a lot of accessories that, see like the back there, various holes and things like that. You can get different accessories, baskets, cargo hold things, what have you. I think kid seats are on the table there. So yeah, very versatile in that sense. I'm kind of getting new into the EVs. I have an electric scooter. The battery's all right. It has I have a replaceable battery for that. The battery on this, fantastic. And I feel like one of these days I just want to bite the bullet, get that second battery, and stretch her legs. Just take her out for hours and hours at a time, go on a nice camp that's like way far away. I think that'd be really cool. Oh, and to answer your first question, Paradox Brewing lager. Went to Paradox Brewing, and their IPA. All their beers are just named what they are. The IPA was fine. It was just an IPA, but I fell in love with their amber here. It's quite good. What did I do with that thing? There we go. Trying to keep these things as chilled as possible. Amber lagers kind of suck when they're warm. Ah, so good. Love that. It's already a little bit warm. I gotta drink those fast. Brought a few of them. Okay. For Kevin. Well, we got the tent all nice and set up. It's kind of close to the fire, but that's what I have to do. There's like that log that was there. I put that against the poison ivy so I didn't touch it. It's pretty good on this side, and on the other side it's just open and clear. This is basically the one place that I could put it and still have the bike like within the camp. I could have pushed it down, but I didn't want to like run over poison ivy and stuff and get that all over everything, you know. It's poison ivy here is like nuts. It's truly insane. But now that it's starting to get a little dark, I'm getting a little hungry. But before I make any food, I kind of want to walk up to the trail here, just take a little look around, see if I can't grab like an extra branch. Oh, there's people. Oh, okay. Well, I won't freak them out. Oh, there's a rabbit. You don't care about that. There's people coming down. All right, that's nice. I don't want to freak them out, so I'll just go right back down. I'll check it. I'll check this place out in a minute. Isn't that the way it goes, huh? By the way, sorry if there's like a weird scratch in the middle of the screen. I have a new lens coming, but on my last camp I accidentally stepped on the camera, I think, so I cracked the lens. Luckily I had an extra one, this one, but it has a tiny scratch on it, which is why I got the other lens to begin with. So this will be the last video that I don't know if you, it's hard to tell, but if you've seen it, you've seen it.
You're all set up down there, aren't you?
Ah, it's a beautiful spot.
You gonna go fishing too?
You know, I didn't bring my pole, but I should have. I'm kind of regretting it.
How far did you travel?
Just from the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live right downtown, and I saw this spot when I was riding around the other day, and I was like, I have to camp here. I just simply have to camp here. All right, well, before it gets totally dark and I run out of firewood, time to put some food on the coals here. I'm just gonna put this tin foil directly on the coals. I'll flip it a couple times. There's that scratch. See it right on my face right there. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna put it directly on the coals and flip it around a couple times. I should get like a poker or something. Huh, I didn't really think about that. I brought skewers just in case I wanted to like skewer some food or something, but maybe I'll use that as a poker, some skewers. I don't know. Either way, here we go. Okay. Ooh, I already hear it sizzling as soon as it hits the coals. Oh, I'm pumped. That sizzle just made me so much more hungry. Really nice camp so far. Trying to get out here was a bit of a pain with the suitcase falling off the back of the cargo part of the bike and somebody just being here when I showed up. It took me like, without filming and the problems with the suitcase, it probably takes me less than a half hour to get here from the city with the e-bike, going pretty fast. Because I had the cargo and things can get bumpy, I was going slower and I had to fix it. It took me over an hour to get here. So it was a bit of an adventure. But once I got here, things started going a little smoother. I've seen plenty of people. Everyone's very nice. Everyone is just like, hey, how's it going? Oh, nice setup, stuff like that. So yeah, really nice place to camp here. No, so far, no complaints. I feel very rustic, like it's a very rustic kind of secret camp here. Even secret. Like, I mean, people have fires here. I don't know if anybody camps here. I wasn't the first person to have a fire here, clearly. I assume people camp here, but I don't really see any places for tents other than like my single guy there. Like, but there's no part of the grass that's like beaten down like people are camping here. So I don't know, maybe I'm the first one to camp here. I don't know, I have no idea. If you're a local in the Rochester area and you know of this place, let me know. Have you camped here? Do you want to camp here? Have you camped here? But yeah, just been looking out at the water, really pretty. I know that like it's kind of late summer and fall is right around the corner, but I might have to come back here in like a month and a half when the leaves are turning. This has got to be spectacular. Kind of burned all the wood that I can touch without getting poison ivy, so that's a problem. But there's other places. Maybe I walk down the trail and grab a log or something. I don't know. There's options. There's options. Fish jumping, birds whang, chicken sizzling. It's kind of the life, is what I'm saying. So there's one thing about this bike that I really do not like. I know I've kind of been singing its praises, and all those are true. Two things, actually, that I don't like. One is sometimes the lights just turn on. I think it might have some kind of darkness sensor. I haven't read in the literature anything about that. But both the front and the back light clicked on. And I've had this issue before when trying to store it in my dark apartment. But there's a fix. This is actually a good idea. Or a good opportunity rather, to kind of show you another feature of the bike. Let me get down here. Let's get all like intimate with it. So right here is this little guy. Now in here is kind of like your little control space. You can charge it with this. The battery comes out, by the way. The battery comes out, the battery's in there, and on the other side is like a little key thing to release it, so not anybody can just grab it. Yeah, little charge. If you want to leave it in the bike, little charge, USB. So if you want to like run power off of this thing, you can. I haven't tried that out yet because I don't really have anything to try it out with, really. Yeah, you can. Like if I wanted to charge my GoPro batteries and I brought my GoPro battery charger, I could plug it into that and it would charge my GoPro battery. So that's pretty cool. But the feature I'm about to use right now is you just shut it off. Boom. Lights are off, nothing on the panel, it's all off. So there it is. Nice little kind of handy feature just right there. Relatively waterproof. Stick around for a little later in the video to hear what I really don't like about this bike. It's terrible. You're gonna want it. You're gonna want to know it. It's kind of important. you guys, I am kind of obsessed with this beer. It's a local Genesee brewery. It's a nationwide brand, but it's brewed in Rochester. It's you know, they do like cream ale, stuff like that. Every season they do. I don't think this goes outside of Rochester. It's like a very local, like seasonal, usually some kind of fruited beer. Well, the one they did for late summer was black cherry vanilla Keller beer. Now, the first time I had this beer, I was kind of like, okay, that's fine. But then the more I drank it, the more I like appreciated the different notes of vanilla and black cherry, and like, I don't know, I just really like this beer. So kudos to Jenny for another seasonal winner that they probably won't make again. I saw people online being like, oh, it tastes like grape cough medicine. You clearly didn't drink the beer if you think you just saw the purple can. You're like, grape cough medicine. This doesn't have any hint of grape. It doesn't taste like, it's not even close to grape cough medicine. So the people saying that online when it first came out, you are full of it, my guys. You didn't even try the beer. So cheers to you. I recommend it. Oh, those notes of vanilla. Waiting for the chicken, yeah, waiting for the chicken. Everybody waiting for the chicken. We're waiting for it, waiting for the chicken. Waiting for the chicken. We got about waiting for the chicken. Waiting for the chicken. Waiting for the chicken. Number one hit. What is happening? These are like the biggest fish in the world is jumping right over there, or somebody's chucking bricks. Hello? Whoa, yeah, I heard the slap. It was such a, I heard it twice. I didn't bust the camera out the first time because why would I? I can't get anything. Nobody's out here. You can see the ripples kinda. Come on, jump again. Just give us a jump. That was wild. That was beastly. That was, it must have been a huge fish. I saw the splash of the second one because I was alerted by the splash of the first one. All right, you elusive big old fat fish. Oh, so I hear something in the brush over there now. Maybe somebody is effing with me. More than possible. I am in a somewhat populated area. I don't see any lights over there or anything like that. Bummer. Come on, come on. No. Oh, hear bats. There's some bats going. All right. All right, back to chicken. I waited a few minutes and it happened again. And I was kind of looking out at the water when it happened. And it was a little bit different area, but it looked like the splash went straight up as though something was thrown and not like a fish jumping. Now that's just how it looks in the dark. It's more than possible somebody's, like some kids or something, are just like chucking rocks over there, like, oh, look at that guy camping, let's throw rocks. It could be a huge fish, but like, I know the sound of fish jumping. You could hear like the curse. What is happening? Oh man. Okay. It could just be a fish still. Like, I'm not, you know, it's not definitely a person, but it sounded like a rock being thrown in, like a giant rock being thrown into the water. That's wild. What do we got? What time is it? All right, well, it might be time to take the chicken off. It's been on for over a half hour, maybe 40 minutes. Maybe we go another 5, I'll flip it over. But I'm hungry. It's time to eat. Maybe I'll eat whatever's jumping. God, if that is a creature in this water, that is a crazy huge fish. And it jumps high. Like it's like kind of a splash, not like a sploosh, like a fish jumping. It's like a goo. You know what I'm talking. You understand. You've heard the sound of giant things being thrown in water before. I don't know if the camera picked up on it, but it just happened again. And it keeps going down this way. Maybe it is just a fish. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, I'm getting hungry. That is smelling pretty good. Whew. Hopefully it's done. I'm eating on this, I don't know what to call it. Just a stone square that's probably been sitting here for close to 200 years. If it was put in here at the same time as that culvert over there that I talked about earlier, then yeah, very close to 200 years. Tonight I'll be eating with this, my girlfriend bought this for herself for camping, but she hasn't used it yet. I was going out tonight. She was just like, you should take the thing. She was very excited for me to take the whatever this is, this camping utensil thing. But I'm going to be using this fork to see how we're looking. Oh yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh yeah. That's nuts. That chicken looks, oh yeah, that's cooked. It was on there on the fire for 40 or more minutes. Yeah, we got some, oh yeah, everything's cooked so nicely. I put a little extra olive oil and seasoning on the chicken in hopes it would kind of proliferate itself around the rest of the vegetables and stuff. It looks like that has happened. I see pepper on the peppers. I see salt on the onions. That's looking good. That's looking real good. Well, enough talking about it. Let's go. It's hot, but it's good. Mushroom. Let's get the perfect bite. We got mushroom, pepper. Oh no. Let's get a chicken and an onion. And, oh, and a carrot. Oh, everything. Everything's in here. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Very hot. Whew. What do you have to say about that, Heybike? Mmm, delicious. I agree. I just want to play drums on it. So good. With skewers that I didn't use to skewer anything. Well, I'm going to nosh on this for a minute. Hopefully I don't get a giant rock thrown at me. That would be bad. It just fell out of the tree. I heard it hit the bike and it hit me. Some, I don't know, acorn or something. I don't know. It's dirt. Yeah, so cheers. That was amazing. Perfect amount of food. Very satiated. Oh man, got dark fast. I don't think it's that late. We're getting into the time of year where I think like 7:30 now, sunset. It's sad, you know. We're getting to it's a cycle. It's a genre. I have one more beer that I'm gonna bust out here and show you guys. That's it. That's it for the new beer types. I promise. Oh boy, that train is really going for it. It's really having itself a little time. Anyway, another Rochester classic here. This is tough to turn around. Should have thought about this before starting the camera. Too Kind. It's, oh God, I don't know if you guys just saw that. A bug just flew directly in my mouth. Yeah. Anyway, a popular Rochester brewery. It's Three Heads, and their flagship beer is The Kind. It's an IPA, and this is Too Kind. You can probably guess it's a double IPA. It's not bad. Not bad. wait for that. Okay, so you're probably wondering, Kevin, what is that one thing that you truly dislike about the bike? You know, I had the minor grievance with the lights earlier. That's easily fixable. It's very easily fixable. But what was that one thing you find yourself asking yourself that you had a problem with? Well, this may be an obvious one, because this is kind of an issue with a lot of things, but the assembly instructions were not the best. Firstly, and this is probably because I am using this bike before it's officially on sale, which is cool. That's awesome. But I think that there was I didn't get an instruction booklet in the box. Preemptively, they sent me a PDF of instructions, and I'm really hoping that the PDF of instructions that they sent is like not the final version, and that's why I didn't get it. It is there's grammatical errors, spelling errors. Things are very vague. It doesn't even mention some of the pieces. There's some pieces included that it doesn't even mention in the instructions. I had to figure it out. Little things here and there. It wasn't too bad, but it took me a total of 3 hours to set this bike up, because a lot of it was I've never built an e-bike before, as most people haven't. It was a lot of trial and error for me, and error was always the first one. Let's just want to share a couple of gems with you. Install the mudguard and headlight in sequence. Okay, I'll do this. Loosen the Allen screw and remove the protection mold, and holding the top of the front fork at the same time. That's not even a sentence that makes sense. Now, of course, overall, I was able to assemble the bike, but it was a little bit tougher than it needed to be. That's really my only gripe, was the instructions on how to build it. And like I said, this is a pre-sale thing, so my guess is that the instructions included with the bike will probably be much better than the ones I got. So this may be a moot point. This may not even be like a real point for someone looking to buy the Heybike Hauler. But yeah, that was my major gripe, man. Oh, I was not having a good time. And I had to those foot guards that I showed earlier, could not put those on by myself. That was almost impossible. Like, it would have taken me another hour of frustrated struggling to put those on by myself. Luckily, I just had my girlfriend help me. There's just a lot of holding and like multiple screws to put in. But yeah, that's really that was it. That's it. Everything else is pretty fantastic. I'm no expert. I'm no expert on the topic, but I'm impressed. I like it a lot. I didn't know what to expect, but it kind of blew me away a little bit. I definitely like this bike. I definitely like the Heybike Hauler. I don't know what you're doing, but it seems perverted. Get out of here. So spiders have taken over the bike. There's lots of stuff jumping in the water. I don't know what's going on. Settle down. Anyway, spiders have taken over the bike. The bike is lost to spiders. So I'm sorry to the Heybike brand managers, but the spiders have taken over the bike. It's an issue. They've spun webs. They've spun webs aplenty. I don't know why I'm shining the light. You can't see it. But anyway, what I'm gonna do before I go to bed here is drape a tarp over the bike, because the IP rating is like pretty okay, but not like the best. I don't want to leave it out here in case of dew, just like open to the elements. So I'm going to drape a tarp over it, and hopefully that will also mitigate the spiders. But yeah, the Heybike Hauler is lost to the spiders as it is now. it might not even be here in the morning. They might just drive off with it. So I'm going to take my tarp. I'm going to cover the Heybike just to keep it safe from dew and whatever. You know, it's not a huge deal, but I just want to keep it nice. I want to keep it pristine. I want to keep it mwah. I want to keep it mwah. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Cover it in a tarp, and then I'm going to go in my tent, which is not covered by a tarp. What is that sound? Beetles or something. Ducks. Man, this place is a cacophony of instruments. Anyway, so yeah, tarp on the e-bike, no tarp on the tent. It's not supposed to rain tonight, but you know, I'm more concerned about the e-bike than, you know, myself, I guess. All right, so here it is with the cover on. I might want to go in the store. There's a couple things I want to get on that store. I want to get like some things for the back. I want to get a cover for the bike. I kind of want some accessories. Here I am in the tent again. Got my pillow half inflated, just how I like it. I really like this tent. It's really nice. I can sit up in it. It's long enough for me. I'm a tall guy. I don't really like the fly that came with the tent. The fly is actually like bigger and heavier than the tent itself. So on nights like tonight where it's just clear skies as far as the eye can see, I'm just rocking it without the fly. There's a little bit of cover, but if it rained, you know, I'd get wet for sure. But it's just open mesh for the most part, and I love it. Anyway, unless like something like totally bodacious and bodacious happened in the middle of the night, I'll let you guys know. But you know, if nothing like that happens, then I'll see you in just a second. Everything was right and nothing was wrong with my sleep last night. That was delightful. It's one of the first, or one of the best camping sleeps I've ever had. I don't think I woke up one single time in the night, just fell asleep, and then I woke up in the morning. It's very rare when you're camping. Beautiful morning. Usually I'm like up and out, but like there's the risk of getting caught is nil because nobody cares. There's already a guy that went by in his canoe. This wasn't like, I don't know what to call this camp. Secret camp. It's not really a stealth camp. It's like an I had like conversations with multiple people passing by while I was here. That's not something you do on a stealth camp. Well, the campsite is all cleaned up. This is just such a great little small plot here. Fire's out. Fire was out last night. Fire's been out for hours and hours. The only thing left to do is put my suitcase on the back of that cargo place, on the place of the cargo. So I've learned some things, but the main problem is the ropes are just somewhat elastic, which is like obviously like most ropes are somewhat elastic. I just didn't think it would matter for the bike ride here, but it did. It really did. They were pretty much within like 5 minutes of driving away from my apartment, the thing was falling off. So I gotta make extra sure it's extra secure. I was able to fit my sleeping bag in the suitcase because I don't have any beer or food in there anymore. And when I first came here, it was on the rack, so I have even more space for the suitcase to either be secured or to flop around. We'll find out. That is sick here. If that's moving, then I don't even want to be alive anymore. That is on there, so on there. No movement, not even a tiny bit. We're good. I think the main difference is I used the foot rests there to tie it down. I didn't do that the first time, and that really helped to get some good leverage on both sides. All right, well, I think I'm ready to get out of here. I do have to push the e-bike up that hill. I might give it a little zhuzh because it's pretty heavy, especially with the luggage. But yeah, then it should be free and clear the whole way. Let's go. All right. I got this. Do I got this? Ooh. Oh, into the poison ivy. Oh, God. Okay. Right at the top. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll turn it on and give it a little juice. Won't let me juice it. Maybe because I'm not sitting on it. Whatever. Just push through the reeds and the brush. Oh, we did it. Oh, that was glorious. Oh, glorious. Ah, beautiful morning. Whew, it's already starting to heat up a little bit too. Sweaty. There's the campsite down there. I should get home pretty quick here. The advertised top speed of the Heybike Hauler is 28 miles an hour. But don't tell anybody I told you this. But I was able to eke out just a little bit more than that. So, you know, your usage may vary, but I was able to do that briefly in a straightaway, flat straightaway. All right, let's get out of here. Here's the area at the end of the trail where I came in, where I was hearing the train. There's the train tracks right there. I see vehicle tracks. I don't know if they're like ATV or what. They're everywhere. They love coming out here. I would too. Look at this place. Yeah, beautiful. Well, this has been Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin. Don't forget, new episodes of Small Plots every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks again to Heybike for sending me the hauler to talk a little bit about the hauler. I'm excited to see what more I can do with it. I'm gonna get some accessories. I'm pumped. It's the future is bright with the Heybike Hauler. Well, thanks for watching till the end here, everybody, and I'll catch you on that vroom vroom nexty. Mwah. On the way home, I'm going past this public safety training facility. They have like fake planes and fake buildings, and they set them on fake fire so the real firefighters can train, without having to set a real building on fire. So that's cool. And it's nice to see that it's in action. You rarely see it in action. I see it dormant all the time. Neato. All right, cool. Just real quick, I made it to the parking garage at home, and totally still, absolutely secure. Mwah.